Hello everyone and welcome. This is the Silent K and today we're playing MekHQ. We are picking up right after the end of a mission where we had taken down a dropship and a bunch of our stuff is still in the field workshop. Let's move that to the transport bay. It's been a couple of weeks, so if you're here with me, I appreciate it. Thanks for coming back after all this time. Um, and I'll admit I was a little rushed there at the last couple minutes, but don't worry, I don't foresee any real issues. The main thing is we've got some repairs to do, some reloading, and then we've got hostile forces in 3 locations that we need to go find and neutralize. So yeah, repairs. We've got some minor repairs on the Orion. We've got a little bit of armor off the Marauder. The Archer, and the Archer just needs a hatchet, which we can't get a hold of. And of course, the Grasshopper has 4 points of armor. So this is actually going to go really quick. I've seen like... trying to remember. I thought it seemed like we took more damage than that. But I'll be honest, I was kind of zoning out a little bit while I was reviewing last week's, or week before last's footage. Let's start with Chris. She's good for 4s on all of these. 4s and 3s and 1s. And then we can have, of course, Ratnabala or have Ethan do the reloading just because I want to save Ratnabala in case I need to mothball anything, for example. So yeah, we'll have Chris knocking out the armor. Honestly, she could probably do the ammunition too. It's probably not that big of a deal. So yeah, that is it for the repairs. That took all of, well, we're about 2 minutes into the actual stream right now, so do we have any repairs that need to be done in the warehouse? It does not appear to be so. Does anyone need to be checked out in the infirmary? No, we've just got some prisoners. So we've got Lucian and Galatea Lance can come and explore this hex, and we've got orbital defense. That is the hostile force at 8-8 on track 0. So this is one of our strategic objectives. A hostile facility, orbital defense, light urban town farming terrain. We could send Tonga Lance to go knock that out immediately. How's Tonga Lance looking? Tonga Lance is undamaged and unwounded. Yeah. Yeah, we can go ahead and do that. In scenario, we're sending Tonga Lance, 9,425 battle value. We're not sending any auxiliary units because I don't want to lose any auxiliary units, and we're probably going to be slightly overwhelmed at this base. Okay, we've got a deployment date of 3/31, that's today. We've got a battle date of 04/01, that's tomorrow, and a return date of the day after. Oh, because they're not sorted by date, I see. Okay, so we've got enemy turrets, we've got a triple medium laser turret, an autocannon 5, and a twin LRM 15. We've got 11,000 points worth of Op 4. We've got a wyvern, a pair of dragons, a grand dragon, 2 vedettes, a falcon, a patten, a Jolson, a warhammer, a manticore, and a standard LRM carrier. And most of these guys are 4/5 or thereabouts. The exceptions being a 3/6. We've got a 4/7. Everyone else is between 4/4 and 4/6. 40 by 30 map seems a little small. I'm gonna try to... No, we don't have any reinforcements either. That would have been nice to use some of our support points up. Maybe I should have waited, but we'll see. It's just a bunch of turrets and a bunch of tanks and mechs. Nothing we haven't fought before. We do have 2 rerolls, so we could turn it into, say, a nighttime scenario. And it looks like our only objective is to destroy or rout 75% of all hostile units. No capturing, no no objectives besides just straight up destroying them. Yeah, I guess we just advance one day. I don't think we've got anything else. Sorry, it's just I want to make sure I've got everything taken care of before I advance today. That's all the repairs. Did we have anyone in the personnel market that we were interested in? A mech warrior with a Wolverine? Not exactly. Well, alright then. Let's advance today and then we can do this. Yes. And on the 1st of April, enemy morale is now low. That's outstanding news. So we're going to be getting fewer random pop-up missions. We've got, it's available on the black market, but it's a Cyclops 10 HQ. That could make a good command mech. It does have the battle computer. It does have, I believe, the twin cockpit, if I'm not mistaken. Well, I don't see where it would say that. But it's on the black market, so we're not interested. As far as vehicles go, we've got Thumper artillery vehicle. That might be something we're interested in, especially for less than 1 million C-bills. Let me check the TO&E real quick. I forget what all artillery we have. That's yeah, we've only got 3 artillery pieces. It's 2 long toms and a thumper. Let's go ahead and purchase that. Let's see what else we got. Vedettes, Maxim, Pegasus, Scimitar, Saladin. Nothing too exciting. And that thumper is going to be arriving... Oh, that thumper appears to have already arrived. Let's go ahead and assign a tech. Let's give that to Lori Shuai. And let's go ahead, actually, unassign. Let's maintenance time. Let's go times 3 for a veteran, I'm thinking. Okay, so that's going to be Hanlon Patterson is going to be the only one with enough time to really get that thing up into artillery. Yeah, I'm trying not to use the artillery. Trying not to any more than I absolutely have to. So we're gonna have Mary Lutfi as the driver and as the gunner. Let's go ahead and throw in 3 veterans because we have them. And what is the crew status on this thing? Looks like that's everyone, but let's just go ahead and check. 4 of 4, yeah, that is fully staffed. Go ahead and add them to the artillery vehicles force. All right, so now we've got a 3-5 Thumper artillery vehicle added to our stable. So that then is 2 long toms and 2 thumpers. I like it. What else have we got going on at the beginning of the month? We've got contract market is updated, no big deal. Bonus 5 bonus parts as the special event for the month. That That is amazing news. Let's go ahead and use those before I forget. What do we want to give XL engines to? Let's sort the mechs the way I like them. Let's see. And we can go status and then type. I should have gone status twice and then type. But do we want an XL engine in the Atlas? I'm thinking a 300 XL engine is a good idea for many reasons. It fits 50 tonners, 60 tonners, 45 tonners, 100 tonners. But I think you have to select the tonnage when you purchase the part. So that's going to complicate things. I do think I want to put an XL engine in the Atlas. Let's go ahead. Purchase part. Let's go with 300 XL. And we're looking for it for a 100-tonner. Gonna use a bonus part. That's an 8 million Seabill engine. That's ridiculous. Oh, we already have one. Hold on. Do we seriously already have a 300 XL engine? Just sitting here. Yeah, we have a couple. We've got one for a 75 tonner and one for a 100 tonner already. Excuse me. What other mechs do we want to throw XL engines into? Maybe the Banshee? The Banshee, I think, tends to lose torsos, and it's also already really heavily gunned. I think the problem might be crit spaces on this thing. It already has 17 heat sinks, which is, I think, 5 or 6 more. 7 heat sinks, 17. Yeah, if it had a 300 engine, that would sink 12 of those heat sinks. So that's going to be 11. So it's got 6, so that's 18 crits devoted to heat sinks already. Can it afford to take 6 more crits away? Let's take a look at this. Mark 3, Mark 2, that's funny. But yeah, it's already pretty well allocated. The Stalker, we already know that one is at peak perfection. The Awesome is peak perfection already. The Orion. This Orion is pretty badly undergunned. I feel like it could definitely use an XL engine. That said, we already have a 300 for a 75 tonner. The Marauder already has an XL engine. We could take some 280s. Ooh, or we could do a 350. The Warhammer, in particular, I know upgrades really well with a 350 XL engine. It's just a straight swap. The engine and gyro are equal tonnage for the 350 XL and the 280. So yeah, let's check the 350 XL at the 70-ton marker. We already have one of those. I'm going to want at least 2. So we're going to go ahead and use the bonus part for that. And you know what? I might even take a 3rd so that I can do that to both of the archers. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, we're going to use another bonus part for that. So now we have 3 of those. And once this contract is over, we're going to have some work to do. The Grasshopper, maybe a 280 XL and some more heat sinks. let's see how many crit spots we've already got. Assign criticals. We've got the arms are free. We've got three slots in each side torso. That is perfectly suited for an XL engine. It's going to be purchase parts. That's going to be 280 XL, and that's going to be for a 70-tonner. We're going to go ahead and use a bonus part for that. The Rifleman already has a 240 XL engine. Quick draw. This thing could be really OP with an XL engine. I like it. I think I'm going to do that. It's going to be a 300 again. Purchase parts. There we go. That's going to be for a 60-tonner. And that leaves us one bonus part, which, you know what? Where is... Let us... equipment, that is a 5-ton hatchet. That's what I should have done from the first place, in the first place. Hatchet, 5-ton hatchet. Looking for... These two appear to be the same. Go ahead and use that. Hopefully it swaps in. So we should be able to go to the repair bay. Oh, because they're deployed? No, I can't. Do have some minor repairs to knock out here, but I think I'd rather save that for afterwards. Let's see. This mission is going to continue until we're looking at July 14th, so it's going to be a little while before I can use those XL engines, unless we can route them. If we can route them, we might get out of this contract a month or two early. So let's hold on. Okay, so Mariana Lance is actually free to reinforce. Let's go ahead and repair up Mariana Lance, and we can reinforce with them. That way we're not quite so badly outgunned, outnumbered. We'll have Chris doing the... Let's save Chris and Edeborg for after the battle. We'll have Penny knock out some stuff before the battle. We've got 60 minutes left after we do this. Go ahead and do that. That gives us 110 minutes that we still need. Have Guillaume do that. He's an armor specialist as well. I had forgotten Guillaume was an armor specialist. We will have Ratnabala doing reloading duty. And we've got 80 minutes left. We'll have Halima do those. All right. Now Mariana Lance should be all undamaged and ready to go. Nobody's wounded, or they'd be in red. Let us finish scenario. Mariana Lance. We will commit. Check the briefing room. They've still only got 11,250. So this should be relatively easy, especially if, like our last battle, the reinforcements arrive on turn 1. And no, it looks like round 9, or at least for 3 of them. The Atlas, the Rifleman, and the Banshee are all arriving in round 9. Both the Archer, the Banshee, the Atlas, and the Rifleman are all arriving on turn 9, which is also not quite correct, because even the slowest of them should be arriving on turn 8, because I know we have some strategy. Let's see, who am I looking at? Oh, yeah, Petra. Let's go ahead and sort our personnel roster. Is not at the top of the list. But yeah, she has strategy of 1, so everyone should be arriving at least on turn 8. Just based on that alone. So let's go ahead. We'll configure these guys for that. And they're arriving on zone edge, which gives us some flexibility. In the meantime, we're gonna have our 4 mechs starting from the southwest. We've got turrets, we've got 3 dragons. Let's first of all get our screen set up, and then let's go ahead and sort these by battle value. The big bad in this case is the Dragon 1N, piloted by Abigail Michalakopoulos. Next up is the Grand Dragon, which has a PPC instead of the autocannon 5, and that's piloted by Mirjana. Not even gonna try. With the Warhammer short right behind, literally 1 point less for the Warhammer. Piloted by a 4-6. We don't really need to worry as much about the Vedettes or the Falcon. The Drillson is starting to get up into where it's kind of an issue. It's got 12 SRMs and a large laser. The LRM carrier, I'd like to take that one out quicker rather than later. It's got a high glass cannon quotient, if you ask me. Lots of bang, not much armor. Alright, and let's check out this map. It looks like there's going to be a hill or 2. And some flatlands. Now we're starting in the south, was it southwest? So we're not going to have the advantage of this hill to hide behind unless... I mean, we could trek north and hide out over here. That would keep us safe from the turrets at least. It was the southwest, wasn't it? Yes, it was. So yeah, I think that might be a plan. We've 1 initiative going into the deployment phase. Oh, this is quite a large map, actually. And also, this city is not quite on the side of the hill I was thinking it was. We're gonna... Excuse me. We're gonna have a little ways to go before we're out of sight of these turrets, especially if they're, say, on this building, or this building. But I think that is going to be the plan. Go ahead and start here. I'll have the slower mechs on the inside and the faster mechs on the outside. Have Ash actually bring up the rear. Tsubasa kind of in the front because he's got more range. Okay, the LRM carrier is making its move. The turrets obviously are not moving. We've got 2 dragons where they're likely going to engage us first. Where is my mini-map? Reset window positions. There's my mini map. Okay, so we've got the 2 dragons here. We've got the Grand Dragon here. We've got 4 turrets here and the tank here. And we don't know where the other 5 mechs and tanks are. No. 4 mechs and tanks and the last turret. So yeah, let's go ahead. We'll block LOS between us and all of those guys. Warwolf, is it worth sprinting? Yeah, let's go ahead and sprint. I want to isolate these guys. Oh, we've got shots on the dragons from Tsubasa. Okay, no one made any rolls during the movement phase, which is hardly surprising. Oh, we've got this dragon on 6s. And he does have the low profile quirk. So even if we hit him, we need an 8 to get a solid hit. But let's go ahead. We'll build up 2 points of heat, trying to knock him down. Stalker sprinted. Yes. Archer is not in range. Tsubasa has 7s. And we'll go heat neutral for that. So, Hoser hits the dragon in the right leg, the right arm, and the center torso, but only the center torso is a solid hit. So that's, well, that's still 20 points of damage. Maybe we knock him down. The dragon missing on a 9 and a 7, the dragon missing on a 12 and a 10, and then Tsubasa following that up with a glancing blow to the right leg for 4 points. Right leg already took 5. He needs a 7 to stay standing, he gets an 8. And we've got 2 points of heat. We've won initiative going into round 2. We've already knocked them down to 93% of their forces. How is that possible? 93% seems awfully low for right now. Did they start with less than that? Less than 100? Let's go ahead. Now that we've blocked our line of sight to almost everyone, let's go ahead and slow down to a walk. All over hits, but still hits, yeah? Every hit counts. Let's go ahead, we'll walk to, actually, we go here, we can see this spot. But overall, I don't think that's a bad move. And then Tsubasa, of course, with his ER large lasers. We've got the dragon on 6s again. And 8s, and we'll go up to 3 heat. Oh, we've got no LOS on anyone. Except the medium laser turret, who is... maybe we can land some LRMs on that. Blocked by terrain. Are you serious? How do we see him? Ash has 11s. Or we've got 8s. I will take a bunch of 8s. And Tsubasa has 9s. Alright, Hoser lands a solid hit on the dragon's right arm, glancing blows to the center torso and left arm. So that's, again, 20 points of damage. That's all we need to force that PSR. The dragon landing 6 LRMs on Ash's right and center torso, getting a through armor crit to the engine and gyro. Oh, that is bad. That one missile. That one stinking lucky golden missile. 32 armor remaining, but that mech is crippled. They do hate the archers. Yes, they really do. I don't know if it's because I'm more aggressive with the archers or what, but yes, they always tend to fare poorly in my hands against Princess. Does your experience mimic that? Or is it just me? The other dragon firing on Ash hits the right arm with the autocannon 5 and 5 LRMs. She's also gonna make a PSR for damage, I think. She's taken 12, no? 6 LRMs, autocannon 5, 6 LRMs, that's 17. And then the archer returning fire at the dragon hits it in the right torso, the right leg glancing blow, the center torso glancing blow. Okay, Ash needs a 6 with a busted gyro to stay standing, gets a 10. I am quite glad that she has such a low piloting skill. We've got Awesome, our Hoser's Ride is at 3 heat, we've got Ash at 1 heat, everyone else is running Cool. We continue to win initiative, but only by virtue of our sick bonuses. Going into round 3. This dragon is already starting to show some wear and tear. Even the little icon has some little blast marks on it. Let's go ahead. If we go here, we can torso twist and see where he is now. But if he comes this way, he'll be out of our arc. So we'll sacrifice a point of evasion to go ahead and make that turn. Warwolf, I think we'll run, not sprint, run. No. Warwolf can walk, I think. It doesn't give us eyes on much of anything. I am half tempted to just pull Ash back and send her on her way. Needs a oh, for running. Alright, we have eyes on... Someone's got eyes on a wyvern. But no one has eyes on the medium laser turret, it looks like. Possibly. Oh, no eyes on the wyvern, it's out of range. Well, that is just kind of sucky. Okay, so we take a turn off. That's okay, our reinforcements are just getting closer and closer. We've lost initiative going into round 4. We can have Hoser advance slowly to here. I'm thinking ultimately I'd like to end up in these woods here with a good view overlooking the city. I want to keep Ash in the back. I don't want her taking any hits, but I do want her on reserve. Just in case anyone needs to step up. Because with that 3 piloting, a 6 to stay standing isn't terrible. Even a 7 after the +1 for taking 20 isn't too bad. And we've got no targets. We've got eyes on no one. That mountain was actually a lot better obstruction than I thought it was going to be. Now, where did those two dragons go? I want to get eyes on them again. And only them, ideally. Maybe not there. And I'm trying to be quiet because I'm sure you can tell when I'm speaking that there is a car alarm going off, but as long as I keep quiet, the microphone doesn't pick it up, so... that'll be going on for probably a minute or so. And again, we've got no targets whatsoever. They are scared of us, I think. We've won initiative again going into round 6. Let's get Hoser on his way working up to this hill. Let's get Warwolf. Be coming down this way. Ash, you're gonna hang back. Tsubasa, you're going to take partial cover, I think. At least as best as possible. Okay, we've got eyes on the busted dragon. Ash, maybe take partial cover over here. That's on a level 4, so only level 4 or lower is gonna benefit from that. Most of this is level 5 and higher, so that's actually not going to be partial cover for very much. Dragon needs a 5 for running and turning, gets a 7. We do not have eyes on the dragon or the turret. We do not have eyes on the dragon or the turret. Okay, Tsubasa has eyes on the dragon, apparently, because Tsubasa is taking fire from the dragon. That's a pair of 7s for us. It's 7s and 11s for him. We'll throw in 2 7s and an 11. Dragon missing everything except he takes 3 damage to the right leg. Must be getting spotted on for LRMs. And then we missed both of our 7s and our 11. We've got 2 heat built up. They've got none. We win initiative going into round 7. We run. We go here. Yeah, we can see where he is. We can't get there this turn, but perhaps next. Okay, now we've got eyes on the autocannon 5 turret, which is probably going to be in range. The medium laser turret, not so much. Ash, go ahead and move you into this partial cover. Tsubasa, you're not going to be able to hang out there for long. If we jump to here, perhaps. That doesn't give us much of anything. If we go, we're only going to go that far, we might as well walk. We've got sensor returns, but no eyes on. Right, someone's got eyes on a wyvern now. But let's see, we've got nothing over here. Blocked by woods, blocked by woods, blocked by terrain. We've got pins on the wyvern. I'm sure is better than he's got on us, but still. Yeah, we'll take a couple 10s. That'll give us a cooldown turn. We'll skip the 12. So yeah, he had 12s on us. He missed with the large laser and the LRMs. We missed with everything. The AC-5 turret missed us as well. Blackjack is down to 1 heat. Wyvern is at 3 heat, so he's not going to be able to do that next turn without penalties. And we've lost initiative going into deployment phase for round 8. So the question is, where and how do we want to deploy? Do we go for the pincher? Do we start down here in this open terrain? Do we come in from the northeast? Do we come in from the southwest? Do we try to... What would be most advantageous? I think we could do like a surround them kind of situation, but the problem is they outnumber us. So if they choose to overwhelm any part of our surround, they would. Thinking we can come in from the south and the southeast, maybe. Let's see, Wyvern has the SRMs, but no jump jets. No one in this lance has jump jets, which is unfortunate. Oh man, this is actually kind of a tough decision. We've holed up behind this hill. We've kind of got eyes on a couple of them. We suspect that they're coming to us because we couldn't see that Wyvern until this turn. The 2 dragons seem to be keeping their distance. Make them cross the hill. That sounds like sound logic. We'll go ahead, we'll have the Atlas start here and make his way into this woods. That doesn't give us eyes on anything. Maybe we can have the Banshee and the Rifleman over here just to keep an eye on things. No, let's not split the party. I'll have the Banshee come up this way and support Warwolf. Pull back and split them up. That's the plan, yeah. We've got the other archer. We'll start over here. I would have started like here if I could have, you know, somewhere kind of. No, I don't. We go here. We can go there. That works. And then the Rifleman, I suppose, can start here and move into these woods where he's also got partial cover. Alright, let's start with second lance. We'll run Jarvik. Someone's got eyes on the Wyvern. We will advance this way. Come up this way. And, oh, we've got a Vedette, a Manticore, and a Warhammer now visible. In addition to the Wyvern that we could already see. This is... Yeah, let's go ahead and get Wyvern up as far as possible, as fast as possible. Him and Ash can trade places. Yeah, let's get Ash out of here. Even if it means turning around, she can only walk. Hoser, you have eyes on a Wyvern. You have eyes on a Wyvern at close range. If we do this. He's not that much of a threat. He is a 4/5 pilot. He's worth 1,000 points by himself. Limit their shots, but Princess is really good at that. Yeah, trying to pull, you know, stay as a group and take them out as they come. From here we can see the Manticore, the Dragon, and the Wyvern, which is not ideal. But we've got the Wyvern at large laser range. Yeah, let's go ahead and try and take out that Wyvern this turn. Or at least put him into retreat if we can. He's going to be eating PPCs from Hoser. Going to be eating large lasers from Warwolf. We'll go ahead and stand our ground here. Tsubasa. Medium laser range. Oh, but that puts Tsubasa way out in front. I don't think I like that. How about we jump over to here? That's better. It still gives us eyes on the Vedette, the Manticore, and the Dragon. Alright, our turn to fire. We've got the Wyvern on 3s. Only because he jumped. Do we keep one of the PPCs silent this turn? We've got 7s with everything else. Now let's keep the large laser silent. Because it is a 7. And we'll go with 1, 2, 3 mediums. Warwolf has eyes on a fresh dragon, or fresher. And the Manticore has lots of armor as well. I'm thinking let's take out the Wyvern because he's the closest. He's got jump jets. He's more liable to get in behind us. Let's go ahead and try to prevent that from happening. So that'll be both larges, all the mediums, the LRMs on 6s, and the SRMs on 6s. Yeah, let's just go full Alpha Strike. We've got the heat sinks. You're facing the wrong way. You can't even twist that way. Tsubasa, you've got 8s and presumably 10s. Yeah. We're up to 3 heat on 10s. No problem. Only because we jumped. Earl does not have eyes on anyone. Unfortunately. Wyvern sprinted this turn. Garvik, you've got 7s on the Wyvern. Let's go ahead and arrange the autocannons above the medium lasers because we're likely going to be using them more. So that gives us 7s with those. And we'll throw in a 9 just to keep the heat sinks working. Petra has no eyes on anything, it looks like. Autocannon 5 turret is firing at Warwolf, as is the Dragon. 3 tanks, including the LRM carrier, are all taking pot shots at Hoser. That's... okay, the Wyvern needs 8s and 9s. I don't know what the LRM carrier needs. Oh my goodness. Missed with the first shot. Needed a 3, got a 2. The other 2 PPCs hit him in the left and right torsos, leaving him with 4 armor in both of those locations. And then missing with all 3 medium lasers. That was, I'm afraid, a below average roll. I don't know if it's rigged. Then Warwolf gets the kill. Large laser to that right torso gets him in the SRM ammo. That hardly seems fair. Alright, so the Wyvern is no longer an issue, which means that pretty much the rest of everything that we shot this turn is wasted. Autocannon 5 turret misses. The Wyvern hits you in the right leg and the center torso. Blackjack firing at the Wyvern. Dragon at the Stalker missing. The Rifleman at the Wyvern. Manticore lands 6 LRMs to the right arm and right torso of Hoser's Ride. The LRM carrier coming in with, ouch, 40 missiles. 24 and 16. Yeah, that's 40. Aye. Yeah, we need to make that LRM carrier a priority. He's more dangerous than I think pretty much anything left on the field, or anything else on the field. That dragon is not... I'm not worried about him doing 40 damage in one turn. Hoser needs to not be point, and LRM carriers are bad. Yes, those are both true statements. And then the LRM-15 turret also landing another 18 missiles. 60 plus damage, needs a 6, got an 8. And they're not even starting to heat up. Our Stalker's at 4 heat, Hoser is at 2, Blackjack is at 3, Rifleman is at 3. All because I was trying to take that Wyvern out. We're at 97%, they're at 82%. And we've one initiative going into round 9. Oh, they've got a initiative sync for a pilot. Didn't fall down. Yeah, that's good. Take a look at this armor. Ouch, the center torso is down to 5. I wasn't trying to have you on point. Trying to get you into these woods where you could support everyone. Is it worth falling back? Or do we have everyone else move forward? Let's get Ash further on out of here. Needs to get out of the line of fire. Yeah, do we back down the hill? I mean, it's a 3 to roll, so it shouldn't be a problem. It's gonna be slow. 1 hex a turn. Let's get Ash out of here first. Needs a 3, no snake eyes, thank you. Warwolf is still pretty fresh. We could actually, you're in Lightwoods. Got eyes on the Manticore and the dragon where he is now. Move him late in the turn so everyone else can't see where he goes. You can limit what can attack him. One side is in better shape, turn that towards the enemy. Let's see. Yeah, his right side is a strong side, but only by a few points. 14 to 19, 10 to 17, 24 to 25. So his right side is a strong side, which is going to be extending out this way. So if I turn him to the left, that right side would extend out this way. We can do that. We can do that next turn. As far as moving him later in the turn, I'm actually less concerned about them knowing where he is because I'm having everyone else advance. So I actually want to move them later in the turn. It's not that I don't care about you, but I have to make decisions like this. Like for one thing, I definitely know Earl is moving up into this spot. And he can tank a lot. He's not the best pilot, but he's got the armor at least. Wyvern can step forward into this spot where he actually can't see anyone. Almost see the Manticore from here. It'll be a next turn thing, I think. Wyvern, or sorry, Tsubasa will go ahead and occupy these woods this turn, where he's got eyes on the dragon and the warhammer. Oh man, they are clustered up pretty badly coming up that hill. See where the dragon is now from there. See both dragons and the warhammer there, as well as those sensor returns. Or we could stay put and let them come to us. I don't know what that dragon's gonna do yet. But I do want Petra up here. Still can't see anything. I don't know where the LRM carrier went to. If we go here, we can get one of these sensor returns. That's the LRM carrier. Alright, Warwolf is about to get swarmed with LRMs. Okay, from here we've got eyes on the Warhammer, and I don't think he has partial cover because he's lower than us. I do think we're going to be shooting through that woods. Yeah, we are. That means he's going to be shooting through that woods as well. I'm okay with that. Hoser needed a 3, got a 12. There come the good dice rolls. The Dragon 1N, moving backwards over an elevation change, needs a 6, gets a 5. Falls on his rear, taking 5 to the left leg instead of torso for 1. Needs a 6 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets an 8. Alright, Hoser, your only target right now looks to be a pilot, and we're not going to take a shot at the pilot. That's overkill. No. Taking a cooldown turn. Who else has big guns? That's going to be the Banshee. Banshee has eyes on nobody, again. Except the pilot. And we're still not shooting the pilot. The next biggest guns are going to be probably from the Atlas. Oh, the Atlas is taking fire from the Warhammer at a range of 4, so that's not under the minimum range. So it's going to be full force PVCs to the face. 7s and a 9. Whereas we need 7s. We're going to need 7s and 9s as well. But we've got 30 heat sinks and he has 18, if I'm not mistaken. That's 6R, yeah, with 18 heat sinks. We've got 7s and 9s, and we've got more 9s than he does. Go ahead and put the LRMs after the mediums. Alright, there we go. And the small laser has a 13, not gonna happen. Who else is shooting at the Warhammer? Not you. We can go ahead and mark you done. You're gonna be firing at a vedette, it looks like. You've got no targets except the pilot, so you're done. Yarvik, you've got the pilot and you've got the Warhammer, looks like. That's it. Alright, we've got the Warhammer on 9s. Let's do it. And we'll stop shy of building up 5 heat. Alright, Warwolf, you've got eyes on the LRM carrier. You've also got eyes on the AC-5 turret, apparently. No. No, the AC-5 turret can see us, but we can't see it. We also can't see the LRM-15 turret. What if we destroy this? Blocked by terrain. That's not fair. So yeah, we've got the LRM carrier on 5s at a range of 9. That's going to be long range for the medium lasers, so that's going to be what, 11s? No, 9s. Added too many 2s. LRMs on the 7s, SRMs on 9s. How badly do we burn this? Go up to 5 heat. Hopefully we can land some SRMs. Hopefully it's not overkill. Hopefully it's enough kill. And Tsubasa at the vedette on 10s. Puts us at 5 heat because we jumped. Alright, the Warhammer, missing our Atlas on 7s and 9s, missed with everything. The Autocannon 5 turret, missing the Stalker on a 10. The Vedette, missing the Blackjack on a 12. Atlas at the Warhammer, we hit him immediately for 18 to the left torso and right leg with those two big guns. The medium lasers all miss, so did the SRMs. The Dragon missing his autocannon and LRM shots on 11s and 12s. The Grand Dragon needs an 8, hits the Atlas in the right torso, down to 22 armor. Also 6 LRMs to the left leg and torso. The Patton tank has an autocannon 10, which he hits the Atlas with in the right arm, and then an LRM 5 to the left arm. So ouch. Medium laser turret at the Rifleman hits extreme range, 4 damage to the center torso, down to 25. Rifleman at the Warhammer hits with a large laser to the right torso, down to 9 armor, missing with everything else. The Manticore hits the Stalker in the center torso with a medium laser, and 6 LRMs to the left arm and right leg. The LRM carrier lands at least 24 missiles on the Stalker, critting on his right leg for the upper leg and hip. 5 more to the right leg and 2 to the center torso. We've got hits to the right arm, left leg, and left torso, and another 16 LRMs to the right torso, right leg. That is 40 LRMs out of that thing again. Stalker at the LRM carrier hits it in the front, hits it in the front, hits it in the front, and the LRM carrier goes down, but not after doing irreparable damage. Well, I mean, it's repairable, technically. The LRM-15 turret missing on 8s. The Blackjack hitting the Vedette in the left side, costing it a movement point. Stalker needs 9s to stay standing, gets a 9 and an 8. Falls on his back, takes 5 to the center torso rear and 4 to the right arm. Needs a 9 to avoid damage, gets the 9. Earl needs a 5 to stay standing, gets a 4. Takes 10 damage to the left leg and left torso critical. Needs a 5 to avoid damage, gets a 6. Warhammer needs a 7, gets an 8. So that's some bull hockey. That LRM carrier needs to be gone. Yeah, it does. Fortunately, it is gone. But not after doing 80 points of damage over 2 turns. That's ridiculous. He hit with 2/3 of his missiles twice in a row. That's... I wish our dice rolls were that good, you know? The Awesome needs to be firing in here some. Yeah, but the Awesome has 5 points of armor on his center torso, and they are all clustered on the other side of that hill. We've won initiative going into rounds 10. We're at 92, almost 93%. They're at 73%. Alright. We know where several of them are, and we have suspicions for the rest of them. First things first, random guy at a walk. Gonna stand up in place and hopefully not fall down again. Needs a 2. Yeah, I'm not trying to run. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get Ash out of here. No. Let's get Ash up to here. Let's see. Petra, I know I want to walk to here. Just be glad it wasn't an SRM carrier. I would actually rather take on an SRM carrier, because an SRM carrier is not a threat outside of 9 hexes. That LRM carrier was beating us from across the board. But I mean, that's just my opinion. Now, if I had an SRM carrier and an LRM carrier both on the board, both at their ideal distances, yes, I would take out the SRM carrier first. But that's in a vacuum, and in the real world, the LRM carrier is more of a threat, I think, from across the board. Okay. We've got the Vedette, we've got the Manticore if we go there. We go here, we've got just the Manticore and the Warhammer. Yeah, but as good as Princess was rolling SRM carrier would be scary. Yeah. Yeah. I'd rather get hit with 40 LRMs than 40 SRMs. That's true. Let's see if that's gonna be not even can't even careful stand. That's just straight up gonna be an 8. No matter what. And we're basically gonna be immobile for the rest of the turn. Or for the rest of the match. That's we fell. We fell on our left side, I think, or rear, maybe. I don't know. Wyvern needs to get in close. Let's lob a bunch of SRMs at this Manticore. No other woods that we can jump to in range except for these, and I don't want to jump into those when I can block. Yeah, we'll stick and move. Oh, wait. Oh, we've got heat. We don't have 6 movement points. We'll take a cooldown turn. Do we run? Yeah, I want to be in those woods. And Yarvik, when we walk, that puts us in a pretty... Yeah, that's way out front. I don't like that. Maybe partial cover. Eyes on the Manticore. Alright, Atlas needed a 2, gets a 7. Stalker needs an 8, gets a 2. Takes 5 to the right torso critical, 4 to the right arm. Doesn't get the crit, fortunately. Needs an 8 to avoid damage, gets the 8. Dragon needs a 6, gets a 4, falls on his right side. Taking 5 to the right leg and 1 to the center torso, needs a 6 to avoid damage. And on his second attempt, needs a 6, gets a 7. Alright, we've got eyes on the Manticore on 2s, we've got the dragon on 6s, we've got the Warhammer on 7s. The dragon is already pretty busted up. Is it his right arm that has stuff? Yeah, that autocannon is in his right arm. But on 6s. Whereas we could go for the Manticore on 2s. I'm hoping to get a good crit on the Manticore with some SRMs from Wyvern. Also got a Drillston over here who's trying to flank us, but we can only get him on 9s. I've got 7s. I want to take at least 7s. I mean 6s. It's face on headshots for the Manticore. He's got upwards of 50 points of armor on his front. 42. We hit him for 38. Then we can follow that up with SRMs and get the kill. That puts us at 2 heat. I'm okay with that. Let's go ahead. We'll have Wyvern come on in and hit him with all the 2s. We'll stay heat neutral though, because I don't think we need to do that much damage to him. Warwolf, you've got stuff in your right arm that you can use. We've got the Manticore on 8s, or can we flip arms? No, we cannot flip arms while prone. Okay, well. Thought it was worth a shot. We'll go ahead and take some pot shots at the Manticore just in case no one else kills it. On 9, on an 8, yeah. Just because we don't have any other targets. Ash, you've got the Drillson on 11s and nothing else. We'll go ahead and take those shots. Hopefully we can land something. And it's at this point that I'm glad that Ash is oversunk, because even with an engine hit, she's still fully effective. And 8 medium lasers is nothing to scoff at, especially when they're coming at you every turn. Tsubasa has, I'm guessing, no targets whatsoever. That was okay, that's okay. It was going to be a cooldown turn for her anyways, or him, excuse me. Okay, so we've got the Patton. Oh, good lord. Medium laser turret, the Grand Dragon, the Patton, and the Warhammer are all taking shots at Earl. Earl might be in trouble this turn. I did not foresee that much incoming fire. Maybe we can get lucky with the Patton. We'll go ahead and switch to the cluster munitions just in case. And we'll save that for last. We've got 4s and 6s. Got a 7. Got 7s there as well. But I don't think we've got the heat for it. We'll go with the 6 and we'll go with the 3, and hopefully that's enough to breach something. He's got even more armor than the Manticore, jeez. Over 50 it looks like. Just on his front. Yarvik, you've got no targets but the Manticore. Wait, we've got the Drillson. We've got the Drillson on 10s. I feel like the Manticore is as good as dead. So we'll go ahead, throw in the 10s. We'll cool down a little bit this turn. No, we'll throw in a 7, just in case. Now, Petra, you've got the Drillson on 8s. The Drillson is kind of a threat. It does have a large laser and 12 SRMs. And it's not 2 SRM6s, it's a bunch of SRM2s, which, if anything, is more dangerous. But we've got him on 8s. We've got the Vedette over here on 9s. We've got the Manticore on 5s, but we're not really worried about that. The Warhammer on 11s. Yeah, that's going to be the Drillson. We'll go ahead and lob 1 PPC. We'll throw in the mediums on 7s, as well as the smalls, the SRMs, and the LBX in cluster mode on a 6. That puts us heat neutral and hopefully gives us a dead Drillson. I didn't see a dead Drillson. Okay, so the Warhammer landing a PPC on a medium laser on the Atlas to the center torso and right torso, 3 SRMs to the left arm and right leg. Hoser at the Manticore hits it in the front, and the left side, costing it a driving skill roll penalty. Large laser to the left side, costing it half of its movement points. The Drillson at the Banshee landing 2, 4, 5, 6 SRMs on the Banshee. The autocannon 5 turret missing on a 10. Wyvern at the Manticore hits it in the turret and the left side. Down to 9 armor, down to 7, 5, 1. 5 structure remaining. 3 structure. Section destroyed on the left side. That's SRMs for the kill on the Manticore. The Vedette missing on a 9. The Stalker at the Manticore is moot. The Dragon at the Rifleman missing. Ash at the Drillson on 11s hits it in the front, down to 19 armor. Dragon hits Atlas in the right arm with an autocannon 5. Grand Dragon hits the Atlas in the right leg with a medium laser. Triple medium laser turret missing on 11s. The Patton landing an autocannon 10 to the left torso of the Atlas. Atlas at the Patton hits it in the front with a large laser. And three medium lasers, so it's down to 28 armor there. And then 6 LBX plus clusters, mostly to the front, but no crits. The Manticore at Wyvern hits with 5 SRMs, but only to the legs, which are behind cover, so Wyvern takes no damage. Rifleman at the Drillson hits it in the front with a large laser, costing it half of its movement points, hits it in the right side with an autocannon 5, hits the Manticore in the front with a medium laser. Banshee at the Drillson, missing with the PPC, medium lasers to the turret, right side, missing with the smalls and the SRMs, and then 6 LBX clusters, stunning the crew for 1 turn, costing it half its movement points, immobilizing it twice. And then the Atlas needs a 6 to stay standing and gets an 8. 40 plus damage. Hoser is at 2 heat. The Atlas is at 2 heat. Rifleman is at 4 heat. We're looking a lot better after this turn than we were after last turn. We've killed some stuff. We're not overheating. We're not prone. We're grouped pretty well, I think, and they're starting to heat up. We've got the Grand Dragon at 3 and the Warhammer at 5. We need to order a lot of armor. Yeah, we're going through it pretty fast. We've won initiative going into round 11. They're at 58% of their forces. We're at 91% of ours. All right, Hoser. I'm going to hold on to you for a minute. Let's see if we can... Well, hold on. Ash, you're bringing up the rear. We can't... Can we? On a 6? No, we can't risk a run. Not for 1 point of evasion. Let's see. Yarvik. We go here, we can pick up the pilot. We can also expose ourselves to a lot of fire. We've got eyes on the Vedette. Got eyes on darn near everything. Warwolf, you actually have 3 movement points if we run you. Which is not enough to do a careful stand. Which means you're gonna need an 8 to stand. Let's go ahead and keep you prone and keep you safe. I'll just go ahead and turn you here where you can finish off the Drillson. Tsubasa can jump over here to support random guy a bit, I think. Maybe take some pot shots on the Patton or this Vedette. Tech skills are also going to be improving. Yeah. Yeah, this is turning into quite the fiasco, if you ask me. Random guy. Can we get into medium laser range of the Patton? Is that a bad idea? Yeah, no, that autocannon 10 is really the only thing he's got going for him, it looks like. That does open us up to fire from the Warhammer and a couple dragons, but we're in the woods at least. Wyvern. Can we come in here on the flank? Take out this Vedette, maybe? Petra wants to take out this Vedette as well, I think. Alright, can we get eyes on the Warhammer? I think the Warhammer needs to be probably a priority target. I mean, he's worth 1160 points still, even after taking significant armor damage. 3, 4. That gives us PPC range, but not medium laser range. He's only got 2 PPCs, and he doesn't have the heat sinks to fire them every turn. I think 4 hexes is a pretty good range to be from the Warhammer. Although, he can still advance, so I don't know if that's a great idea. Oh, the Warhammer did not advance. Did he stand still? Did not move. Mod 0. He stood still. We've got eyes on him from where you are. At a range of, looks like 8. Or if we walk forward, we lose sight of him. Dang. No, looks like that's going to be a medium range shot for you. But I like where you're at, so I'm going to keep you there. Dragon needs a 6 for moving backwards over an elevation change. Gets the 6, but only just barely. Alright, we've got the AC-5 turret firing at Yarvik and needing a 7. That's not great. Thomas Theismann. Oh, I have 3 bots watching. I was not aware. I'm only showing I've got 1 viewer at all. How do you know they're bots? If you don't mind me asking. And also, by the way, welcome to the stream. Glad you could join us. I mean, they're not commenting or anything, are they? I've got them. I've got some bots blocked on here. Alright, starting with the big guns, we've got the Warhammer on 5s. Yeah, let's go ahead and take 3 of those shots, and we've got a 7. TwitchInsights.com. Oops. TwitchInsights.com is, what? Where you found out I have bots watching? Or is that one of the bots? I mean, honestly, if they're watching, that doesn't really bother me as long as they're not trying to jump into the chat. Alright, we're gonna hold off on the medium lasers on 9s. Who else is gonna be firing at the Warhammer? That's gonna be. It's a list of known bots. Oh, okay. How do I? Okay, I can hide the number of viewers that I've got, but I can't actually see who's in the chat room. It's like not even an option, I don't think. Allowing them to remain gets you shadow ban. Oh, well. I'm only showing 1 viewer. I don't know what to do about that. Users in chat. Okay, okay. Okay. So Snyder EC lurks. Draftsnet. Discord for streamers. That sounds like a bot. Alien Gathering. Alice Cedra. I'm sorry if you didn't want to be called out for watching. I'm just trying to figure out who is the bot and who is not. Yeah, so apparently I've got more than 1 viewer watching, so the count is wrong. So, if you're watching this, don't think that you're alone. Both Ali are bots. Okay. Count is always buggy. Okay. Manage suspicious user. Follow, whisper, block, report. We will monitor for now. And we will do the same for alien. Wait, no. Alien Gathering is the other one. Block or ban. Oh. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. We can them when found. Ban them when found. Okay. Well, I've got them listed as monitoring them. As a suspicious user. So hopefully that does something. Nothing personal, but I don't know if I want to ban anyone just yet. I'll have to check out that twitchinsights.com and find that list of bots myself so I can know what to keep an eye on. What? Yeah?
They're a bot.
Oh, I've just received word that one of the followers is a bot. From the lovely and talented Gemini. Running MegaMek on another channel right now. Okay. And lurks. I'm sorry if you're a legitimate user, but you just got yourself banned or blocked or something. Blocking lurks will prevent them from hosting you, prevent them from purchasing, filter their messages. Yep, that's it. Or I don't see where to ban them at. Okay. Well, I don't see where to ban them, but I've blocked lurks. You know what? Let's go ahead, since no one's speaking up for them, we'll go ahead, block Alisadra. We'll block Alien Gathering as well. And if I'm doing this in error, I do apologize. Oh, you mod from mobile? Well, okay, I appreciate the heads up. I'll see what I can do as far as that goes. That's gonna take some research, which I'm not trying to do live on stream. Yarvik has the dragon on 6s. That's actually more tempting than the Warhammer on 8s. We've got Tsubasa over here with the Patton and the Vedette on 8s and 7s. The Patton has taken a significant amount of damage. I don't know why his little bar is still showing almost full. If I could get that to go away, thank you. I could get random guy, or excuse me, Earl has the Patton on 3s and 4s presumably. Yeah, let's try and take that autocannon 10 off the field. We'll skip the large laser. Oh, we've got the Grand Dragon at perfect range for the LRMs too, so I'll keep some heat in reserve for that. We've got small lasers on 8s, so we've got the SRMs on 4s. We've got the Grand Dragon on a 5. Yeah, we'll take that. That puts us at 1 heat. Understood, just trying to keep the MegaMek streamers informed. I appreciate that, I do. I'm still kind of new, not really used to being a part of a community of streamers. It's mostly just been me and a handful of others on my channel lately, or up until lately, I mean. That's going to be the right side that we're shooting at here on -1s. Yeah, let's go ahead. We'll fire the left arm stuff. And that puts us well under our heat budget. We've got Ash with eyes on nobody that we can shoot except for the pilot. Maybe I need to take a closer look at those things. There are at least 4 channels that stream MegaMek. I know Casual Joker does. I don't remember what other channels I've found that stream it, but yeah, I don't have a lot of free time for watching streams. Most of what I'm able to watch is when people post onto YouTube, so I can watch it like anytime. Because really my schedule is just kind of here and there and everywhere most weeks. So generally speaking, Thursdays are the only time that I have consistently free. Joker and Big Fluffy 10,000. Yeah, I saw you guys show up at the same time the other week. Thank you again for that, by the way. I do appreciate the follows. So you said there's about 4 channels, 4 other channels besides me, I assume? And so that's 3 besides me and Joker. I know Tirak used to stream, but it's been a while since I've seen him do anything. Oh, I'm the 4th? Is that including Tirak? Because he hasn't done anything lately. We got the Vedette on 7s. Yeah, I think the Patton's got a good chance of being dead after this. We'll go for the Vedette. Bayou Deputy. Have not heard of him. Or them, or... Bayou Deputy. It sounds like Cajun streamer, if you don't mind me saying so. I hope they don't mind. He stands Saturday afternoon and runs with Joker. Okay. I'm never free on a Saturday afternoon. That's weekends are prime working time for me. So Saturdays and Sundays, I'm pretty much never gonna get off. I don't like splitting my fire this much, but I've got so many good targets. Doesn't really... Ooh, I drop one of those larges. Yeah, let me do that. 1 6, pair of 6s, pair of 8s. That puts us at 1 heat. I like that more. Oh, and that leaves Petra. Petra's got some big guns. Can we knock out this Vedette? He is Cajun, I assume you mean. Does he mind having it brought up? I hope not. Sounds like a good time. Alright, so we've got the Vedette on 7s and 9s. A 6 for good measure. That puts us at 2 heat. That's the end of the round. Oh, he's a cop in Louisiana. Okay, cool. Alright. So the AC-5 turret landed its hit on the rifleman to the right torso, down to 16 armor there. Hoser at the Warhammer, hitting it in the right torso with a pair of PPCs, but missing with the 3rd. Man, you just can't land all 3, can ya? The Warhammer at the Atlas, missing on 7s and 6s, hitting with a small laser and a machine gun. Atlas at the Patton, hits it in the turret for 10, hits it in the front for 20, down to 3 armor. SRMs to the front, down to 2 structure. LRMs missed. Oh, it's down to 2 structure on the front. It is so close to dead, but it's not there yet. And we did hit the Grand Dragon with 6 LRMs to the left arm. The Vedette at Wyvern hits him in the left leg and the right torso. The Stalker at the Drillson, first shot hits it in the right side, killing it and stunning the crew. The Vedette missing the Atlas on an 8, the medium laser turret hitting the Rifleman in both arms with medium lasers. The Dragon hitting the Wyvern in the center torso with his autocannon 5, the other Dragon missing on 6s, 9s, and 11s. Our Blackjack missing on 7s, the LRM-15 turret landing 5 LRMs on Wyvern's left torso. Wyvern at the Vedette landing missiles to the front, down to 10 armor, down to 2 armor, down to 3 structure, and destroyed. And the Grand Dragon landing 6 LRMs on the Atlas's right arm and center torso. Rifleman at the Dragon hitting it in the left torso, center torso. The left torso with an autocannon 5, down to 6 armor on his left torso, down to 7 armor on his center torso. Dang, that low profile cost us 3 points of damage. He would be down to 3 armor. The Patton landing an autocannon 10 hit to the Atlas's right leg, down to 24 armor there, missing with everything else. Banshee at the Vedette missing on 7s and 9s, landing 5 SRMs, almost getting a crit on the front. And then the LBX cluster hits for 3, down to 14 armor on the right side. Earl needs a 5 to stay standing, gets an 8. The Warhammer needs a 7 to stay standing, gets a 9. Low profile is very nice. Yes, it is. I'm a fan of it. I like Marauders when you're playing with quirks. Honestly, I think that the Marauder is... I know I'm about to get banned for heresy, but I think the Marauder, as it stands, is not a very good mech without the low profile quirk. It doesn't have the armor or the heat sinks. It's overgunned, and it can't even bracket fire properly. So, go ahead and get out the pitchforks and the torches. Come and burn me at the stake. Unpopular opinion, I know. I love the Marauder. It's iconic, and I love the way it looks. I just... 2 PPCs is too much for 16 heat sinks. With the quirk, though, it's absolutely worth it. Especially if you can keep your distance. Stand back and tank the long-range fire. And dish it out with the PPC every other turn. 1 PPC every other turn and 2 PPCs on the alternating turns. And the autocannon 5, just a little bump to the overall damage. It works. It's a good sniper. But it's not much of a brawler. I'll tell you that. So we've won initiative going into round 12. We're at 90%. They're at 50%. Don't forget we need to get them down to 25% to call this one done. Alright, starting with... how about we start with the Blackjack? The Patton is stunned and almost dead. I wonder if he's going to retreat. The Warhammer is about to lose his right torso, but otherwise relatively undamaged. We need to concentrate fire. We need to get guns off the field. That's what we need to be doing. Let's go ahead and bring Ash up a little bit. Not into the line of fire so much, but enough to where you can maybe get some shots off. Poser, I don't want you too exposed. Not with that center torso at 5 armor. Marauder can be a good skirmisher. Agreed, it's not a good brawler stock. I feel like it's too slow to be a good skirmisher as well. But my idea of a skirmish is like a moving battle, where it's like you have to try to keep up with someone and dish out damage. So I guess it really depends on what you're skirmishing with. The jump jet variant, yes. Marauders with jump jets are scary, especially if you downgrade the guns and give them double heat sinks or something, for example. Yes, very scary. The Marauder 2, another really good mech that I'm a big fan of. I don't believe that one has the low profile quirk though. Honestly, I say the Marauder 2 is an excellent mech, but I actually haven't played one in really, really, really long time. So I'm not sure if I'm remembering that correctly or not. I don't think I've played a Marauder 2 since high school, probably. Let's go ahead and get that initiative sync off the field. I know it opens us up to a little bit of fire, but hopefully not too much. Hopefully you're not the priority at this point in time. Oh, I was thinking of the Marauder 2, the 100-tonner. That one has a 353 movement profile, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yarvik, shall we advance on the Warhammer? Warwolf. We try to stand. It's an 8. If we fall, we take 9 points of damage. We can survive that. We've already tried once. We failed. So if we succeed this time, statistically, we're doing alright. Oh, we did it. We stood. With a busted leg and everything. And no arms. Now we just have to keep from falling back over. Otherwise, we're screwed. Okay, that Patton is kamikazeing. He is in kicking distance and face to face with an Atlas. And he's got 2 structure on his front. Maybe he's just hoping that we'll stand still, which honestly we might just do. Oh no. Yeah. I mean, we're not going to be evasive or anything, no matter what we do. Does random guy just stand still? We've still got the armor. We've still got at least 14 points in every location. We can tank a PPC or an autocannon 10 in this case. Okay, we've got another dragon coming in. Lightly damaged dragon coming in from the flank over here, or from the center to the flank, it looks like. Let's see, we've got Petra. Get eyes on this dragon if nothing else. Or yeah, that'll be a good next turn move. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we'll jump 3 hexes into a light woods, get us nice and evasive, get us within medium laser range of that Warhammer. Wyvern, meanwhile, small with the SRMs will. It's not quite back shots on the dragon. Alright, Stalker needs an 8, gets a 10. Dragon needs a 6, gets a 7 for moving backwards. Same dragon needs a 6, gets a 5. Falls on his left torso and right leg. Needs a 6 to avoid hurting the pilot. Needs a 3 to stay conscious because he only got a 5 on that first roll. Alright, Hoser. I was worried that you were going to have too many people targeting you, but it looks like nobody is going to be targeting you. Because, wait, we've got eyes on turrets, finally. Let's take out this LRM-15 turret. That was a dual 15, right? And how much structure does it have? Yeah, the only things that can see you right now are going to be these turrets, and we're trying to take one of them out right now. We'll go for the large laser on a 3. That puts us at 3 heat over. That's fine. How about Petra next? Petra, you've got the Vedette on 7s, the dragon on 11s. I was hoping for better. Got this dragon on 7s. That's not bad. This dragon is also already kind of... Wait, no. It's the Grand Dragon. the Grand Dragon is not already hurt. Let's try and take out this Vedette, shall we? Just guns off the field. We'll throw in a couple of 9s, but not enough to overheat, I don't think. We'll throw in the SRMs. Yeah, we'll overheat a little bit on a 6. 2 points, not that big a deal. Right? Yeah, 2 PPCs, LBX. Yeah, I like that. Warwolf has eyes on nobody. That's okay. Warwolf doesn't need to be taking any damage either. We're not going to be shooting at the pilot. We've got no one else in sight. We've got Wyvern at the Dragon on 8s. Wyvern at the Grand Dragon on 7. Actually, how strong is this bridge? 100. We would have to do 41 points of damage to destroy it. Yes, I am controlling the whole friendly force solo. It's just me. I'm playing against Princess, and yeah, she really hates archers in my game, at least. But yeah, I've got. Let me just pull this up real quick. Yeah, I've got the whole TO&E is all me. We started with 1 lance, so we've come a long way. We're playing 49.7. But we started with 1 lance and I think 4 or 6 techs, and that was it. We've come a long way since then. That was over a year ago in real time. Was also, I think, a year ago or more in game time. Sixes, yeah, we'll take 6s. 3 heat, that's fine. Atlas at the Warhammer as well on 3s. No, we're gonna, yeah, we'll go with the AC on 3s. We'll skip the large laser. We'll do all the mediums. We'll skip the LRM for now. We've got the small on a 5, the SRMs. And we've got, I guess, the Grand Dragon on 4s. That works for me. Now, as far as playing solo goes, I have done some matches against a gentleman by the name of Gribbly. That was a lot of fun, and we had talked about doing a campaign that he was going to run, but real life seems to have gotten in the way. We haven't had much communication lately. So I'm not sure exactly what the status on that is, but I do have some PvP footage on YouTube if you're interested in checking that out. As far as co-op play, I've never actually played MekHQ co-op. Like, I know I can imagine how playing MegaMek co-op would work. You each have a force that you control, and you're fighting against Princess or some other kind of op for. But how do you decide like whether or not to hire a pilot or whether or not to buy a mech when you're playing co-op? That to me just seems like it would be impossible in every to cover every situation. All right, let's see. We'll do the Warhammer with most everything. Us and Joker both play co-op. Okay. I'll have to check that out and see exactly how that works, because my plan is someday is to run a campaign as a game master, let each player have a pilot. That also sounds like fun, and kind of almost more of like a D&D kind of game. Okay. So each player has a pilot. Who determine? I mean, do you each have your own tech as well? How does that work? Light role play. Yeah, I ran MechWarrior RPG back in the day. Cool, cool. Um, I actually have the, I think, second edition MechWarrior book, and I've read it, but I've never actually played it. So I've got an idea. For as much of the fluff as I have in print, I'm shockingly unfamiliar with the history and lore of the game. Um, I've got the basics of it down, or at least up through like the beginnings of the Civil War. Uh, Company tax. So I'm guessing there's enough to go around where you're not arguing over who gets their shit repaired. Excuse me, language. Um, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch it and see how it works because um, I my mind is baffled is boggled, to be honest. I don't know how it works. If I could make that any more clear, I could. Company tax. In general, all the PCs decide how to spend on items. One could even be commander or shared commander and shares just like it allows you. Okay. Yeah, having a commander seems like it would be the easiest way to do it. Have one person nominated to be the group leader, and he just makes all of the decisions, acts as a tiebreaker in votes, things like that. Yeah, I could see that working. Provided everyone was okay with that commander being in charge, much like in real life, I guess. Well, I mean, I guess the average normal military command isn't exactly a democracy, but um, like a mercenary company, you kind of have to be, you have to have that trust and camaraderie in your unit and your commander. Alright, so the Warhammer, landing a couple medium lasers on Atlas, center torso and left arm, machine guns to the right arm, and almost started a fire with a machine gun. Okay, Hoser firing at the LRM turret, gets a hit on the LRM-15, stuns the crew, and hits, I don't know if that's the same LRM-15 or the other one. But the large laser does destroy the building, so it's going down. Most people don't want to deal with the details. In the day, we tried to do with pen paper, and it was painful. Back before MekHQ was a thing, actually, I did keep track of a unit. I did keep track of a unit's supplies, at least, not so much the tech hours and things like that. I guess I get to draw a building on my mech. Yeah, that LRM turret was such a pain, and now it's gone. Good job. AC-5 turret missing the Banshee, the Vedette hitting the Banshee in the right torso, the Banshee hitting the Vedette in the left side, down to 8 armor there, and missing with almost everything else. The LBX hits with 6 pellets, all to the left side and turret, and immobilizing the Vedette, down to 3 armor on that left side. The Dragon missing the Atlas, the Dragon hitting the Atlas with 6 LRMs to the left leg and torso, the Grand Dragon missing both medium lasers, Wyvern at the Dragon needing 8s, lands, oh, he's got cover for his legs. Glancing blow, right leg behind cover, 2 to the left torso, 2 to the left torso, 2 to the left torso. We just unloaded like 40 SRMs at him and we did 6 damage to his left torso. That's disappointing. On 8s. I was hoping for more. The medium laser turret at the Banshee hits in the left arm and left torso, and would have been the head, but we redirect that to the left arm, down to 16 armor there. The Blackjack at the Warhammer hits him in the left leg and the left arm, the left torso twice. 3 times. Putting on a small laser and a medium laser, down to 7 structure on that left torso. He's also down to like 5 structure on his right torso, if I recall. 4. I know you can't. Yeah, you can see that. You can't see his legs. His legs are still at 15. If necessary as a game master, you could even play an NPC to allow the DM to play. I don't know about MechWarrior, but I know in D&D The dreaded DMPC is something that most people try to avoid, as it tends to make the bookkeeping even more complicated, and of course there's favoritism and everything else. So let's see. We've got the Atlas taking shots at the Warhammer. Left leg with an LBX, medium laser to the right torso, blowing off the right arm, transferring into the center torso. 2 medium lasers to the left arm, another 2 to the right arm, transferring into the center torso, down to 11 armor. Small laser to the right leg, down to 4 armor. And missing with the SRM6 on a 3, missing with the LRM20 on a 4. It is what it is. All you're doing is fixing the drops. With HQ, the computer is doing all the hard work. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I imagine with MekHQ and everything, it becomes a lot easier to play as your own character when you're DMing a game. Alright, LRM-15 turret taking some shots at Hoser's Ride, landing 10 LRMs to the center torso, which is enough to go internal. It's a good thing we don't have any ammo there. Down to 20 structure there. The rifleman at the Warhammer hits him in the left arm with a large laser. Autocannons to the center torso and left leg, going internal there, but not getting the crit. Medium laser to the Patton's left side. I was hoping for the front. LRM-15 turret destroyed by building collapse. Hoser's Ride needs a 4 to stay standing, gets a 6. The Banshee needs a 5, gets a 10. Warhammer took 80 plus damage. Needs a 10, gets a 4, falls on his right side, taking 5 to the right leg, critting on a heatsink, and 2 to the right arm, which transfers to the center torso, which is now down to 4 armor. Pilot needs a 10 to avoid hurting themselves, gets a 8. Needs a 3 to stay conscious, gets a 5. Hoser, we're not going to step on the pilot. That's not going to happen. Tsubasa can kick the Patton on a 5, hopefully. Earl can kick the Patton on a 2. Yes, absolutely. However, the Blackjack misses, stays standing, but misses, and the Atlas kicks it in the left side. I was hoping for a front shot. Maybe we should have shot at him with an LBX. Okay. So Hoser's Ride is at 3 heat, Blackjack is at 3 heat, Wyvern is at 4 heat, Banshee is at 2 heat. They're all running relatively cool. The Warhammer is at 1 heat, even after losing a heat sink. We've picked up Hildegard Veit. And we've won initiative going into round 13. We're at 89% of our forces, they're at 41% of theirs. But unfortunately, I'm showing we've got 1:59 on the clock. So I think this is, well, go ahead and click done. We've won initiative. The Warhammer is still prone, has not yet moved. Who did I see move? Was it the Vedette? Did not move, yes. The Vedette has not moved. That was his move. We'll go ahead and we'll save it here. We'll call that the orbital defense base, because that's what it is. Forgot which mech you were piloting tonight and went 9 over. Wow. 9 over is a lot. You just kept hitting fire until there were no guns left, huh? Let's go ahead. Call this one exit save. I know there's already one. We can go ahead and we can save this campaign as 0401. Help strike, yeah. Yeah, that'll do it. Alright, so oh yeah, when I was talking about how big the unit had gotten, the TO&E is only a part of it. We have many mechs and mothballs just in case. Uh, modified Mad Cat. Yeah, Mad Cats are designed for bracket fire, not alpha striking. I don't know how it was modified, but it just has so much pod space and not enough heat sinks, in my opinion. We'll go ahead. We'll do that. We're running 10 pilots tonight. How do you keep that? How do you keep that moving? I'm sure someone's going to be on their phone when their turn comes up, and it's going to bog down the whole thing. Or is it everything simultaneously? Because I know that's an option. Simultaneous move, I don't think is an option, but I know simultaneous firing is. 2 ER large, 2 ER medium, LRM 15, streak 6. So that's 24 plus 12 is 36 plus 41. That's what? 45 heat? Yeah, that's a lot. That'll put you at 9 over real quick. Oh, time limit turns. Didn't know that was a thing. 43 heat, yeah. That'll do it, yeah. I was thinking medium pulse lasers, 6 heat each. Not ER mediums, 5 heat each. Well, 45 heat, 36 sinking. Yeah, sounds about right. Sounds about right, but we are at that time of the night where it's time to say thank you for watching. Thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, follow, subscribe, join the community, be a part of the Discord if you'd like. It has been kind of slow lately, but I try to check in at least once a day. Frank, Thomas, I appreciate you guys being in the chat tonight, and I appreciate the heads up on those bots. I will have to look into that as far as how to deal with that and what the stakes are and everything. Raid Fluffy, how do I do that? I do not know how to raid someone. We're running right now. Okay. Replay buffer, that's not it. I'm afraid I don't know how to raid someone on PC. That's something else I will have to look into, I suppose. It's time to start learning how to be a real streamer. Now that I've caught the attention of the big boys. But anyway, this is where I'm going to call it. Thanks again for joining me. I've got my homework to do, and we will catch you guys next week. Oh, and the creator dashboard. Let me... Is that on OBS or is that web-based? Let me try... Okay. It's in Twitch. Creator dashboard. Oh man, I barely ever use the Twitch website. I do not know my way around it at all. Oh, there's the dashboard. I don't care about chat highlights. Don't have to tell me that. Click on the star down on the chat to change the commands. I'm not seeing a star by the chat. Community. Uh, there's no help. Yeah, settings. Thought it was /raid. Okay, let me try that. /raid space, I assume. Big fluffy 10,000. Could be a bot command then. Let me try it. The raid has been created. Alright, I'll see you guys next time.